Trash Can Punch. This is an episode where basically I'm talking about The Breakfast Club, one of the shows I like watching. They like having CNN's Angela Rye on quite often. And a lot of people don't know about Angela Rye. Angela Rye served as the executive director and general counsel for the Congressional Black Caucus. Now, do y'all know what that shit mean? I don't know what that shit mean either. But to me, that's just another nigga stealing money out here. I mean, that's what Black Congress is a bunch of niggas stealing money, literally. These niggas ain't looking out for nobody but they goddamn self. You can look at this interview and pretty much tell that she ain't about nothing but money, fame, and attention, pretty much. I mean, this bitch is literally a fucking fame whore.
But an opportunist, and people can see right through that. When your main goal is the money and the attention, people will always spot that and they will smell it. So just to clarify for the culture, what I do not have is inside scoop on the White House.
Okay. She sure don't have the inside scoop on the White House, but this bitch always got something to say about it.
Omarosa thought she was just like, huh?
Ain't nobody say nothing. If you can you can hear.
I'm sorry? Nothing.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, so even with that, you have, as her office was in the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which is not in the West Wing or in the White House. Of the White House, including the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which is across the street from the White House, which is where she sat. She did not have a desk in the White House.
Is she going to tour?
Damn, I thought you didn't have the inside scoop on the White House. What the fuck? You sure know a lot about where Omarosa's office is, though, don't you?
I'm telling you, she was paid because there's no other black people that senior, so she was paid at that rate, but she wasn't given a job description that matched that rate. So no.
Who gives a fuck if her job title don't match her pay rate? She's still getting a fat ass pay rate. That's like me being a cashier and getting paid the same thing a manager does, but all I gotta do is be a cashier. I'm cool with that shit. I ain't tripping. Stay out of her motherfucking pockets.
She wanted certain things in her portfolio that perhaps she didn't have the experience or the training to know how to deal with.
Oh, you mean like you, when you was caping for Hillary Clinton in her election and y'all lost, even though she rigged it to where Bernie Sanders was going to automatically lose anyway? Oh, come on now, my nigga.
If she was paid $100, it's public knowledge, it's $180,000 a year.
Really?
Yeah.
This sound like a black woman hating on another black woman over her getting some money? Damn, why you tripping like that?
I made a face. I'm like, you sell your soul for that cheap?
That's right.
And Charlamagne, you know you wrong than a motherfucker. Because $180,000 is enough to sell your damn soul for.
I'm not worried about it. She can run about me if she wants to. She gonna catch a case.
See, this is real common. A lot of motherfuckers that pretend to be ghetto and hood and talk with some jive and all that shit, a lot of them motherfuckers be on some bullshit. They'll talk the talk, but they ain't finna walk the walk. They gonna call the motherfucking police on your ass, straight up.
Why are you going into that role? Like, why are you gonna go work for somebody who's not only suggestively hated us, but I think done things that are just downright hateful?
And that's why I made it.
Who the fuck wouldn't take that job? $180,000? Are you fucking slow or something, my nigga?
An active first lady of a church in Jacksonville, where her husband is a pastor. I have heard, I don't know this for a fact, but I have heard that members have left the congregation because they're not checking for her or what she represents.
She just straight hating on Omarosa like a motherfucker.
It's happened since we got here on slave ships. So she's that type of black person. So you think she'll...
Now, I don't really like Omarosa, but she alright. I ain't really got too much of a problem with her. She ain't really did shit to have a problem with her for.
Yeah, it's amazing how she said that now all of a sudden she's claiming to be the only African American in the White House. Like she's like, our people, our community.
Oh, I know she said my people, and I was like, who people?
Yeah.
Where your people at? Because you haven't been checking for us all the time.
Omarosa black as fuck. What the fuck is you talking about? See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Now the light-skinned niggas is trying to say they blacker than the dark-skinned niggas. This shit is crazy than a motherfucker. And then you say Omarosa not checking for black people, but then you go right to the part where you talk about how she tried to contact you and you denied that shit. What the fuck type of hypocrite is you, my nigga?
And during the election, she was asking people who know me if we could have a sister girl talk because she was upset that I was dragging her. And I'm like,
wouldn't a sister girl talk be checking for your ass, my nigga? Come on.
Because you haven't been checking for us the whole time. You know, Heffa, you lost the sister girl opportunity when you started campaigning for this man. No.
That pretty much shows the hypocrisy right there. I mean, she offered to meet with you and have a sister girl talk, basically have a peace treaty where y'all can actually discuss some shit, but you said no because of the campaign she worked for, which was opposite of the campaign you lost on? Come on, my nigga.
To me, it's personally frustrating because, y'all, I'm serious. There are black folks who have sold us out from the beginning of time who operate in that mode. You cannot put your culture, your people, your community under your opportunity.
I agree.
Bitch, you work for CNN. Them motherfuckers been lying to people. Look how many times they done had to print retractions off stories they done fucking told. Come on, my nigga. You can't be that fucking dumb.
I hear the words that you're speaking, and they don't align with someone who represents what I believe are our best interests. So, yeah, I'm going to drag you every time.
So that's when you...
So basically what you're saying is anybody that can't think like you think, you don't even entertain their ideology and their point of view or their thought process. Then if you think like that, there's no way you can ever find peace with another person, especially somebody you don't agree with. I mean, this is the childish mentality of a lot of motherfuckers out here nowadays. It's just to argue and name call. You know what she mean? Drag. Basically what drag means is just name call and talk bad about somebody. Insult them. That's it. And that's her mature way of handling her political situation.
What that means is that everyone who has black skin, regardless of the hue, don't start with the waffle colored nonsense this morning.
Thank you.
High five.
Oh, he not allowed to talk about the waffle color shit, but you allowed to talk about the color shit, huh? Okay.
You're not that dark either, Angela.
Look at this bozo right.
Oh, just because you're of a certain hue doesn't mean that you're going to represent what's in the best interest of that. And
I mean, in my opinion, she trying to disqualify Omarosa from being black. So she basically saying just because she dark-skinned, it don't mean that she's a black person or for the best interest of black people. But I highly disagree. Angela Rye is a perfect example of a classic house nigga. And she basically trying to disqualify dark-skinned people from being black to make herself seem more black. But understand, this bitch came from Seattle, Washington, and grew up in the suburbs with a great home, in a great neighborhood, great area. So don't get it twisted. This little ghetto voice she got, that's just a fake. Because the white people love that honey child black girl.
That doesn't mean that we're always going to align. But my one rule is like, cause no harm. Just cause no harm. And we can debate whether or not this policy is best for us, but don't deliberately cause harm.
Right.
And I feel like she's done that in a lot of ways.
Now, what harm have Omarosa done? You know goddamn well Omarosa ain't had no motherfucking power, and she ain't been pushing no motherfucking lines. Come on, my nigga. Now, you just using that as a bullshit excuse for why you wanted to be petty and you not enough of an adult to actually have a conversation with Omarosa. Probably because you embarrassed after how much name calling you done did that woman.
I see that Russell Simmons is now doing this whole campaign, not me, hashtag not me, taking polygraph tests to prove that he didn't do anything with...
You know damn well the only people that believe lie detector tests is the people that watch the Maury show.
What happens with these men that are being falsely accused and what happens with these women that are coming forward and saying things, but maybe, you know, you might say, because the guys were saying behind the scenes, like, what if it was a situation where, you know, afterward you didn't want to do it, or everybody was high, drunk, or whatever, and everything went down the way that it did. And
hell yeah, they can come back from being accused of these fucking scandals. You forget about Marv Albert? That nigga fucking right back to being a great sports announcer after he got caught biting on bitches and wearing women's underwear. I mean, come on. Then what about Mike Tyson? That nigga went to the pen for eating a bitch pussy. Yeah, against her will. I don't know how you eat a bitch pussy against her will, but Mike Tyson did it. Now he in movies and on TV shows and doing his damn thing. Straight up. And then don't forget about Kobe. Don't forget what Kobe did. And that nigga got away with it. I mean, a lot of these niggas is getting away with that type of shit. I mean, don't forget about Oscar De La Hoya neither. Don't even worry about these niggas as being accused because they rich. All these niggas still got money. They not taking these niggas money away. They just taking these niggas reputation away. But that shit don't matter. Bitches still gonna get that pussy up to them niggas because they got money. I mean, that's just how the world works. Prostitution is the world's oldest profession for a reason. Come on, my nigga.
And the reason why there's supposed to be a justice system is so that you can litigate the facts and determine whether or not someone is innocent or guilty.
Correct. Simple and plain.
It's funny how you niggas don't apply that same logic to Donald Trump.
Due process is gone.
And it feels like that in some ways, and so I'm really torn.
Yeah, that seems to be true, that due process is gone. But it's really not. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes have multiple allegations and multiple situations within their company, giving them their company enough evidence to fire their ass. And then, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you still rich, you still got your money. It is what it is. You just probably not working in the situation you was working. Go find another fucking situation. You'll be all right, nigga.
For me, even on Capitol Hill, we would tell young interns to stay away from such and such, which makes us all complicit too in some ways.
Hell nah, it ain't no motherfucking some ways. Y'all are assisting sexual harassment. Just like those females that had other females come up to Harvey Weinstein's room because Harvey Weinstein had it plotted and pointed out like that. Come on, my nigga. It's females out here that will work against other females. And in this sexual harassment shit, you do got the females that's helping a lot of these predators to continue being predators. That's what she's doing. These people that know about these politicians and motherfuckers and don't speak up, come on, man. You are fucking assisting these motherfuckers at sexual harassment.
It's not difficult if you're being objective about it, because as a man, it's simple. It's like,
it's not simple. Let's be honest.
But I just want to know, as a man, how do I prove I didn't do it?
You can't prove.
Nigga, you know how you prove that shit? You say you didn't do the shit, and then you keep on fucking pushing. Holler at me in court, straight up. And that's just how it gotta be. That's how the law is in the United States, and it is what it fucking is. I holler at you niggas in court. Cause all these niggas got money to protect themselves. So this shit really don't matter. Any of these allegations is happening at the end of the day, because most of the time the statute of limitations then ran out. See, that's what people don't talk about. That if you want to change anything, change the fucking laws. Change the statutes of limitations for things like rape or something, so these motherfuckers can go to jail.
Like if Russell's saying he didn't do it, and Travis Smiley saying he didn't do it, why do we have to discredit them? We shouldn't discredit them.
You don't, but at the same time, the show do make you look funny, because y'all niggas be banging on Donald Trump, and that nigga said he didn't do it, and y'all don't believe him. So why should we believe Russell Simmons or any of these niggas, Tavis Smiley, Any of these niggas.
If it was Bill Cosby, let's say he said it wasn't 63 of them, it was 10.
See how they use that old nigga slave voice? Bill Cosby don't even fucking talk like that.
In his head, it might have been consensual.
Because Russell also said that he used a lot of drugs.
A lot of cocaine.
Right.
Oh, I did a lot of drugs. I don't remember what happened. Man, come on, my nigga. We don't believe that bullshit.
And I also feel like women are coming forward, and it's not like they're pressing charges or getting anything out of it. Like,
in a lot of these situations, you can't press charges because the statute of limitations then ran the fuck out. Understand that. These motherfuckers make laws with loopholes and all kind of shit so they can just use money to get away with it. I mean, this is how the system works. You gotta vote and you gotta change the motherfucking laws in order for shit to change, my nigga. You can't just accuse somebody and publicly embarrass them and then think things is gonna change. They still got money, they still got status. It is what it is.
What does Salma Hayek get out of telling her story about Harvey Weinstein and what happened?
How about some attention, my nigga? Have you ever thought about that? Like actors and actresses like attention. That's why they are actors and actresses. Maybe she ain't been popping in a while. I ain't seen her in a good movie lately. Have you? Is she popping like she once was? Maybe she doing this to get attention. That's always a possibility. Maybe she did more than what she explained she did. I mean, it's a lot of possibilities in this situation. I'm not saying that he didn't do the shit. I believe the motherfucker did do the shit. But I'm not saying that she innocent neither.
No, seriously. There are people who are attention seeking. There are people who will do anything for a check. And that is happening too. I know of a member of Congress who's being accused right now, and this same person accused someone in a prior job. Like that.
Just because her last boss tried to fuck her and her new boss tried to fuck her, don't mean the motherfucker lying. I mean, that's easily can happen. I done heard of a couple different situations in the music industry, in corporate situations where females get harassed from job to job. That just happens when you a fine bitch.
At all. Black women voted at higher margins than even black men. But
see, this is something a lot of black women like to brag about, that they participate in the voting system more than black men do. Even though a lot more black men are felons. But those same black women love to bring up about how unfair and how ill the police are. But wouldn't that be a result of the police being so crooked that a lot of black niggas can't vote? How about that?
Not that much higher.
But it was higher though. Don't be trying to take away our extra 2%.
97% for women. Okay, but it was 92 for black men.
Yes, but that give me my 6%,
all right,
bro.
Okay.
If y'all little niggas don't shut the fuck up, I'ma pull this goddamn car over. Sounding like some goddamn kids.
And for real, but we are constantly setting the standard. We saw that with the 2016 election with Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, y'all stepped up and got a motherfucking L, motherfucker. Hillary Clinton didn't put in the work. Motherfuckers didn't feel her like that. Come on, my nigga.
We've seen it. We saw it with Barack Obama in 2012 and 2008. We always show up and show out. And too often, we're treated as invisible. So this is my...
Invisible? See, that's the problem. Y'all don't want to fix nothing or make anything change. Y'all just want to be seen and heard. That's it. But at the end of the day, niggas listen to what y'all talking about, and y'all ain't talking about shit. That's why.
Doug Jones, I'm going to need 30% of your staff to be black like the electorate. Doug Jones, I'm going to need you to ensure that there are super PACs and PACs created and stood up by black people, ensure they're funded. PACs are political action committees to ensure that we can run other candidates, support issues that we care about.
Nigga, Doug Jones ain't finna listen to you. Who the fuck are you?
I'm going to need for the Democratic Party, through the Democratic Governors Association, Association, the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, the DCCC, that's the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DSCC, that's the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. All of those entities need to be hiring black vendors. They need to be hiring black staff in senior roles, not just in black outreach.
Now, a lot of these middle-class black people, they call them the bourgeoisie or bougie motherfuckers, sadiddy, whatever, you know, middle-class black people. Basically, the people that are jealous of the white people's position in life and want to basically appropriate it. But they don't really have the power or the intelligence to do so. So they just sit there and bitch about it and whine, protest, and do all these things. But at the end of the day, these people aren't the black community. These people are basically a sector that are away from the black community, and they really aren't looking into our best interests. Angela Rye and a lot of politicians in the past, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, they appear to be in the best interests of black people, but you never see change happen. Most of the most fucked up cities in the United States have black politicians running it. So if you pay attention, you gotta look and know that a lot of these black politicians aren't for the best interests of black people. Pay attention to the words these motherfuckers say and the things that they ask for, and see if that shit has anything to do with your life. And most of the time, you gonna realize that they don't give a fuck about us. Bitches like Angela Rye, like I say, Al Sharpton, Jesse, motherfuckers is just doing this shit for the money, the fame, and the attention. And they get to live a nice lifestyle off the backs of our pain, really. Motherfuckers that come from lower income communities and motherfuckers from the hood and the ghetto, you know, everyday blue collar working motherfuckers.
They need to make sure they're coming to our communities way before, a week before, or 2 weeks before Election Day.
They don't need to come in your community because you already live in their community. Now you need to come to your community. How about that? The NAACP, the National Black Caucus, all these motherfuckers, Congressional Black Caucus, all these motherfuckers don't be fucking with the hood. They don't fuck with the black people. They don't go in black neighborhoods. Yeah, middle-class black neighborhoods probably. But y'all sit here and act like blue-collar people aren't voters. That's why we don't fuck with you motherfuckers like that. That's why y'all motherfuckers not passing legislation. That's why y'all motherfuckers not getting voted in. Because y'all motherfuckers don't even know the motherfuckers y'all trying to get to vote for y'all. On some real shit.
Already starting an argument, that, or not an argument, but a debate that it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be about black man, black woman. And we came out together and got Doug Jones in that.
Are y'all's percentage numbers as high as ours?
No. Excuse me, your intelligence is showing.
Good night.
Miss Angela Rye.
He can't help himself.
How close are we to getting the president impeached?
That's not happening.
We didn't start there. Why didn't we start there today?
I was waiting. I just wanted to wait a little bit.
There's all these women that are coming forward, too. Well, they've been coming forward. But even more now, press conferences, telling their stories about Donald Trump also.
Can we
but it feels like this doesn't matter or affect him at all.
Well, and that is why, I mean, from the very beginning of the election, I was calling him Teflon Don.
Hell yeah, that nigga Teflon. That nigga got that motherfucking money, my nigga. That's all you gotta have in this country. And y'all don't put that same energy towards Russell Simmons, even though he was fucking with Kimora Lee when she was 17 and he was in his 30s. Yeah, nah. Now y'all sit here and blame Donald Trump and talk about all the women accusing, even though he said he didn't do the shit, but y'all don't put that same energy towards Russell Simmons when he say he don't do the shit. Y'all get a nigga the benefit of the doubt. But just because y'all dislike Donald Trump, y'all make yourselves hypocrites. Stop letting your emotions control your actions, my nigga.
You think it's more important for Democrats and liberals to focus on getting Trump impeached or focusing on getting the Democratic Party back stronger?
Yeah, that's a fire-ass question, Charlamagne. Let's see what she say.
I think it has to be a dual track.
Some typical woman shit, you know, some vague bullshit.
You know, I think, I really believe, like, based on what motivates me, I'm motivated more by his impeachment than I am by anything else.
Well, at least she told the truth. She don't give a fuck about the black community, black people, and none of that shit. She just more motivated by Trump being impeached so the Democrats can feel like they got a victory. Because it sure stung when Hillary lost.
What about the Dreamers now? Because I know that's an issue that we have to deal with ASAP.
Well, what I think has been cool about this moment, as disheartening and as frustrating as it's been, is now a lot of Republican members on the House and Senate are standing up saying we really do need to do something about the DREAM Act and ensuring that we're protecting those kids.
Chicago, LA, New York. Those are 3 cities where black kids are consistently dying every day. And these black politicians don't give a fuck about it because they'll rather fight Donald Trump on immigrants. Motherfuckers that's not even from this country. A lot of these people do not derive from the same level of racism and slavery that we went through. But at the same time, you'll push your foot forward to work for their best interests over your own community. Pay attention to these black politicians, my nigga. Pay attention. Because they'll rather spend their time protecting illegal immigrants that come into black communities and bring drugs. 100%, my nigga. Niggas keep saying the CIA brings drugs into the black community. But every time I ever bought some shit, it was from an illegal Mexican. Come on, my nigga. Ain't nobody rapping about they connectors. Josh from Virginia. Hell nah. They talking about Jose, Juan, Migo, all them motherfuckers. That's who motherfucking bringing drugs into the black communities. A lot of these motherfucking illegal Mexicans that cross the border and bring them bricks over with them. Now, pay attention to these black politicians and where they best interests lie. And a lot of the times it has nothing to do with the best interests of the black community.
This administration, they're focusing on deporting folks who haven't even committed a crime. And as you all know or should know, immigration or crossing the border is a civil offense. It's not a criminal offense. And a lot of people don't know that because of the many ways in which it's been demonized under this administration. So,
wrong. Haven't committed a crime over here and got caught yet. But if I'm a motherfucking rapist or I'm a motherfucking robber or a bank robber or anything, I can go to the penitentiary in Mexico, get out of the penitentiary, and then cross the border, get a new identity, and I'm a whole new person. Even though I have been convicted of a crime in Mexico. You don't forget that part about it. That when these Mexicans cross that border, they get a new identity. That's how they get a job. I mean, come on, these motherfuckers grew up and live in Mexico. They don't have a United States ID, birth certificate, social security card, but they still have jobs. So they're getting the paperwork somehow. Isn't that breaking the fucking law, you dumb bitch?
Some of them, you know, there are misnomers about folks who are undocumented only being, you know, in low labor or low skilled working jobs, and that's not true. There are folks.
A low skilled, low labor job? No, low skilled jobs are high labor, and low labor jobs are high skilled. Come on, my nigga. I know you not this fucking retarded. I thought you went to college.
It's not all Latino people. There are black folks who are dreamers, and we need to be concentrating on, again, building that bridge and surrounding them with a coalition of people who look like them to know that they're back. And Asian folks, right?
And
yeah, she right. It's not all Latino, but it's mostly Latino. And y'all not forgetting the fact that these people are taking our jobs, and most importantly, they're bringing the pay rate down that American citizens get because these companies are getting cheaper labor through illegal and undocumented workers. See, this is what you're not understanding. The reason why you're not getting a raise at work is because Jose don't even want no motherfucking raise. He just happy to be over here and have a job. even though he broke the law to, first of all, get over here and to fucking even get the job. He had to get some type of fake paperwork and some bullshit. So when Jose commits a crime and gets deported, he comes right back with a clean record. See, but when an American citizen commits a crime, they have that on their record for the rest of their lives. These Mexicans can just go back to Mexico or go back to Jamaica or go back to wherever the fuck you from, get some new identification, and bring your ass right fucking back with a clean record. I don't give a fuck if you disagree with me or agree with me. But if you do disagree with me or you do agree with me, hop in the comments, subscribe, like, check out that Breakfast Club interview. Check out Angela Rye's YouTube channel, Breakfast Club YouTube channel. Subscribe to them. Listen to the words that these people say. Because the middle class black people are showing that they really don't care, and they look at us, poor black people, kind of the same way racist white people look at us. We just nothing to be talked about, nothing to be discussed. Our issues aren't important at all. They really just don't give a fuck about us. And I'm just trying to let people know that the middle class and the blue collar class really are very different from each other. I mean, but check it out. You know, check those interviews out. I appreciate y'all watching. Fuck with me.
Yo, Mike, come on over here. Mike, first of all, let me just hit you with wow. You feel like you made Salt-N-Pepa proud just then?
I don't know. I feel sexy.
Look at his pants. These are awesome.
Please don't feel too sexy right now. So, Terry, how do you feel right now? You feel...
You know, I feel like Mike was getting ready in the back room with them pants talking about push it real good.
It was very difficult. It's very difficult.
Push it real good.
It was almost.
Hey, those are extra medium, Mike.
That was small.
Hey, yo, baby.
I'm scared. I'm scared to pass Fletcher. If I pass gas, man, there'll be an explosion. I didn't say that. I can't believe I'm only tripping, baby, okay?
I got the same pants.
What'd you say, Chrissy?
I got the same pants. Sorry.
Lip Sync Battle, hosted by LL Cool J. New episodes Thursdays at 10 on Spike.